Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. We're starting off with Euro USD as usual, and I want to minimize this so we can just see what we're talking about. Right, so pretty much range bound. We form these tight ranges, we drop, we form another small tight range, we raise, we form a range, we break below it. Still very much range bound, not something that I'm looking to be trading. Trend is starting to swing back to the downside at the moment, but for this to continue, we need to see a break of 103,667. Lots of data coming out today around manufacturing PMI, so could be the catalyst we're looking for to continue to the downside. It could also be a catalyst that's just going to push us back into a tight range. So when we look at the hour, if you look at yesterday, we start moving to the downside, then big buying frenzy that happens. And if you look at that, opening there, drop down to there, well, open here, drop down, raise up to here, close up here. That is a massive daily pin bar. See, there it is there. Massive daily pin bar, inside daily pin bar as well. It does look like it's trying to find its feet down here. So, that basically means that dollar strength is starting to come to an end, but not yet. The trend is still to the downside. So I'd be curious to see what happens. We have tested this area here now, late last night. So I'd want to see a retest of that in the European session, 104,871. And if we can hold that, then I would expect to move to the downside. But just based on the daily, if we get above this area and we find support here, more than likely an opportunity to buy or a move back to test one of these inside tails up here. So that's kind of my view at the moment. I think I'm sit on hands. I'm not really going to trade this one today. We will see what transpires tomorrow. Moving on to US dollar Japanese yen, pretty much a big double top forming. For that to play out, I'm looking for a break and retest of 134,476 before I even jump into that. So you can see the diversions lining up with it. It's really looking juicy. But for now, if we look at the hour, you can see not much structure here. We probably should look at that area there. So look for a retest of 135,795, and then this one here, which is the low of yesterday, which is 135,592. So if we can retest that, then I would expect us to move pretty much down into the 134,476 area again. Be careful of jumping in just for the sake of jumping in. You can see you've got crossovers and things. We've got crossover the moving averages here. You've broken below the 155. It's been pretty aggressive this morning. So that's the retest zone that I'm looking for. Get back in here, reject in here, opportunity short, stop above the high of today, and you're looking for a pretty rapid move to the downside. And that could be driven by the data coming out shortly. Moving on to the British pound, Japanese yen. Another one which has had a pretty strong move this morning. It's been mucking around doing nothing. A series of lower highs, and we have broken this view. So this area here is what I'm looking for. That is a double top. So I want a retest of 164,878. If I drop down to the hour, you will see a pretty strong aggressive move down. We were ranging most of yesterday in this zone. We've had a strong break this morning during the Asian session, but nevertheless, I'm looking for a retest of this area. So that's the only trade I'd be looking for. We're too far from the moving averages at the moment for me to just jump in short down here. I want to pull back onto structure, and we take the trade off that structure. So 164,878 area is the area you want to be looking for that short, and your stop is going to be above 165,402. And then you're looking, the target is pretty much going to be 164,156. If you do come up into this area and form some kind of a little flag into here, I'll then watch the flag and then take the trade on the break of that flag as well. But can't see that at the moment. That's just looking into the future. Lastly, Euro British Pound. This chaotic pair is continuing. I mean, look at this massive pin bar that formed. We were looking to buy off this structure here yesterday, but look at how far past we went. We'll look at this on the hour. Basically came back down into the area of this potential trend that we've got formed here, and then we've got a gap to the upside at the moment. So looking at this, we should be looking for opportunities to buy into this pair, but you need to have your wits about you with this one, because I mean, if you have a look there was our range. We came to test the top of the range, then we came back and we tested the bottom of the range, really volatile, and then dropped quickly. So yeah, that was the first trade that we had, which we were looking at, which was a short, which played out pretty well. But this is the area we're looking sort of to buy somewhere. If you look at all these tails, this is where we're looking to buy. And look at how far past we went it. So you'd be forgiven thinking, oh geez, I got that wrong. And then all of a sudden, massive move up. So big up, big down, big pin bar. I think this zone, you can see how it was, they tried to respect it yesterday again, but that failed. So quite simply, if we come back into this area which we've broken at the moment, 0.86203, there's a decent opportunity, but with all these gaps here, I'm more of the opinion I'm looking for something like that. So I'd be looking at 0.86040. Look at the oscillators all grouped to the upside. Definitely don't want to be jumping in long up there. So need to wait for the oscillators to ease off, and also need to wait for a pullback onto decent structure. I don't think this range is too volatile, so I'm going to ignore it. I'm not going to pay attention to it at the moment, and probably not going to bother trading this pair today. Let's just see what the week holds. We may end up with a half decent big weekly sort of green engulfing long tail bar type thing, which could indicate a really strong opportunity for next week, but that strong opportunity is going to really only come above a break of 0.86413. So I'm sitting on my hands with this one. Anyway, hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you on Monday. Cheers for now.